Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Kratos inspired makeup tutorial, so if you haven't died of laughter yet, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. So to start off, you will want to moisturize your face really well, especially if you're going to be using creams like I did. Your face will thank you for it later. So what I started doing is just outlining where I was going to do that like stripe that he has across his face. It's not really like a stripe, it's more like a thing. And then I primed my eyes because I'm going to start off with eyeshadow because he has pretty blacked out eyes. And you don't have to use eyeshadow, you can use like an eyeliner or something to that effect. But for me I chose eyeshadow because it was easier and yeah. So just go ahead and basically do a black smoky eye, just not as neat because you are transforming yourself into this manly beast thing. So, what I did though was make sure that it was blended out around the edges, not too neatly, but just so that it kind of fades out. And yeah, once you look like a raccoon, you know you did it right. So then what I started doing, you can do this step or you can wait until after you paint your face white, but I started with the red. Just filling that in. If you messed up the shape a little bit like I did, you can always fix it. And then I also started kind of shading in different things that I wanted to be shaded, just to give it a little more of a three-dimensional look. So in this case, I shaded around his cheekbones, anywhere, any like angry marks that you normally have when you're doing something angry, or if you're known as an angry person. So basically scrunch up your eyes, make an angry face, and any lines that appear there, you would kind of go with that. Same thing with your forehead. Scrunch your forehead up as high as you can, or raise your eyebrows, and just go with the lines that are naturally there. That is honestly the easiest way to do this. And then anything that you shade, you're going to want to also highlight to make it stand out even more. And yes, this was extremely cartoony, but it's a video game character, come on. And if you think that your highlight is a little bit too you can always apply a little bit more red, blend it out a little bit more. There are things to work around that. So you should look like this. Ba-bam. And then his eyebrows were way thicker than mine because again, manly man. At least that's what I'm going with. So what I did was I extended my eyebrows and I also made them larger. As you can see, my eyebrows do not naturally do that. So, yeah. And anything you do on one side, generally want to do on the other. So, yeah. Now here is the boring part. I started painting myself white. And again, if you decide to do the red first, you have to be careful that you don't smudge any of the red into the white. And if you did the white first, you're probably a lot smarter than me. So what I did for this one is I decided that I wanted to kind of do like a full body paint. Not full, but 1/4. So I also started painting my chest, and yes, I still have clothes on. Just pointing that out. And I forgot to record this part. Sorry. But I basically just drew in a nose. And to make my nostrils look a little bit wider, because his nose is wider than mine, I just shaded in, and again, angry faces give you the creases that he has on his face naturally. Yay, angry faces! And again, make an angry face so you can get those creases by your eyebrows. Raise your eyebrows as high as you can to get those creases on your forehead. Bam! Yeah! Now, for the chest, he did have like 2 stripes that I could see in the pictures I was working with, so I just drew those in. And then I started going over top of that to kind of draw in the muscles, any like, I don't even know what this is called, the things on his neck when he's all like, that. I started drawing that so I look more boss, like I have super muscles on my neck, which I don't. I don't look like that. You guys know this. But it's cool, so yeah. Anything you do though, you want to make sure that you blend it out really well, just to make it look a little bit more realistic. Yeah. So any lines that you drew for the muscles, you want to blend it out. And make sure that you be careful when blending close to the red, because again, you don't want it to bleed into the white. And then for his scar, I started off trying to recreate it, and then I got really annoyed because there were so many different pictures of how it would look, so I kind of just went with my own, getting the basic shape from the pictures. But one tip I definitely do have is that to make it look more depthy, shade the lighter part in the middle just to make it look deeper. I painted my lips gray because he has a big mouth. What can I say? And I honestly forgot to draw on my mustache. I was just about to hop into the shower to get all this off, and then I realized he has like a goatee. So yeah, this is the finished product. So I really hope you guys liked it. This video was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. So please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to see what comes out of my channel next, especially if you enjoyed this. And don't forget to leave me suggestions for what you guys want to see next. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!